Hey, YouTube, it's Goddess Galaxy, and I'm doing Put a Ring on It, Season 4, Episode 10, and your girl is late to the game. Very late to the game. Like, I heard about the show, but I was like, I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. But it is very interesting. The last, couple of days, I watched all the episodes, and it's definitely an interesting show. I like it. My favorite couple that favorite people that I love Catherine. Catherine, she's my favorite person. And I definitely like Joya, and I like Jasmine too. I like the ladies, like the males. I'm not really feeling any of them, really, to be honest. They all seem okay, but they're kind of suspect to me. The way they treated their women, I kind of don't like. So I like all the ladies and the males. Yeah, they're suspect. But yeah, I digress. So on the last episode, they're waiting for Catherine's response. She's crying, talking about, I know who I choose. I'm like, girl, why is she crying? Because she made a choice. Like, what is she crying? And I said, you know what? Let's just wait. So we wait, and she chooses. I'm thinking she's going to choose Marcus, and I'm wanting her to choose Marcus because I just feel like Marcus is the better choice. He's something different. They have commonalities. They from the same place. They from Dallas, Texas. It's very, interesting. So I'm just like, I hope she picks Marcus. Please do not pick Mr. Ricky, Mr. Praying Mantis over there. I'm so sorry with the two antennas sticking up from his head. Like, I like locks too, but he needs to let the style go. There's a lock thing that he got going on in his head. Do not look right. It's not appealing. It doesn't make him look cute. And he just looks a fool. He always have his hair with it just don't look nice at all. Like, it doesn't make him look appealing at all. I feel like he needs to cut it down, get a fade, or do something else. Like, locks does not work or look good on everybody. Everybody's not meant to wear locks, and he's one of those people that shouldn't. He shaved the sides at that. I felt like with him, if he's gonna have locks, he should have a head full of locks, not shaved sides. Like, everybody's not meant to do the shaved side thing, and he just looks like a praying mantis with the antennas there at the front. He always has his front peeking out and everything. I'm just like, girl, you should pick Marcus. Marcus is way better. I don't know what you was thinking, but girl, I cannot. Because Dr. Stacy was telling the couple other people that, she'll be meeting with people individually to just see where their head is at and see how they're feeling and things of that nature. So it's pretty good, And then next scene, Zay's met with Jasmine's mom, Florence, and he was basically talking about how therapy is working for him and how he enjoys it and how well everything is going for him. And the mom was saying, oh, yeah, Jasmine loves therapy. She likes Dr. Stacy. And the mom was just saying how, therapy, a lot of people think that they communicate well when they don't. She said even her in a relationship, she thought their communication was going good. But when you go to a therapist, you kind of get the help that you need in reference to therapy. And she was saying a lot of African American men don't like therapy. And I'm like, Florence, Jasmine mom, not just African American men. We talking about Jamaican men, African men in general, not even just them. They don't believe in therapy. They don't think that they need to go talk to someone outside of people that they know to get help. But people don't realize that sometimes they need therapy. I'm not saying everybody, because some people don't do well with therapists. But at least try to do it to see if it will help you. If it doesn't, you can do shadow work. Shadow work helps too, where you can write in a journal and kind of tap into all your issues and actually handle yourself through chakra work, color work, and through spiritual work, and just like meditation and changing your diet and stuff to help you heal from your past and things like that. You can do that. But it was good that, Zay is getting the help that he needed in reference to therapy. And he's kind of liking it because it helped him be a better man, like he said, and be better for Jasmine, which is a good thing. Then he asked her how she would feel about him proposing. And she's like, oh, so you don't propose? He said, no, I'm just asking what you would think if I considered it or not. And then she asked him a good question. how come you didn't marry her already instead of giving her the promise ring? And he was like, oh, we gonna go there? She was like, I'm just saying, we just want to know. And I said, thank you, mama, for asking the question that we all want to know. It's like, why you didn't marry her from before and then in place just gave and called it the promise ring, because that ring looks like an engagement ring. That does not look like a promise ring. So why? And then he was saying that he wasn't ready and he had cold feet. First he thought he was ready, then he got cold feet again. And my whole thing is that he just wasn't ready. So okay, at least he knows what he's ready for and what he's not ready for. And then he was saying how he's ready to be married now. And she's like, and it's not just Jasmine. It's just like, oh, really? Okay. And the mom was kind of surprised. She couldn't believe it. Okay, you ready? You want to get married too? You want to get married just like my daughter? Oh, boy. So yeah, Florence, I'm with you, because I would be very side-eyeing him, because he done already said several times that he was going to propose to her and he didn't follow through. So that's why the mom is questioning you, because you don't follow through what you say, Mr. Zay, okay? So she ain't really feeling you, okay? So next scene, Ricky's the first one to meet with Dr. Stacy. And she was basically asking him how he felt about individually as a person about the process. And he was talking about, he said it's very enlightening and what have. And then he pushed it back to Catherine. Oh, she would blow up and it really worried me. And I'm just like, deflection. First and foremost, she asked how you feel as an individual. It was just enlightening. That's all he said. He really didn't elaborate like what he learned, how it helped him, what did it build on. It's like you're in therapy to help you in a relationship to figure out whether you want to marry your woman or not. And you can't let talk about how you felt about it, how enlightened it made you feel. You can't discuss it. You can't give us no word. Let us know what's happening. I said, okay. I just didn't like that part. And then he started bringing up how he feels in a relationship, saying that she would blow up, Catherine would blow up, and it really worried him. And that he's basically, that he feels like she's getting better and she made changes and open to growth. And, Catherine had to, Catherine's getting better. So he's like making it seem like, oh, everything's getting better. Everything's all good. It's just like, sir, you're not being realistic. First of all, you're not saying what's being done individually that's helping you. And you keep bringing up her and making her an excuse. See, that's not a good sign. Like, every time you get asked about something about you, you can't talk about you. You got to talk about Catherine and make everything about her and her blowing up, as if she gets into arguments on her own. Like, as if when you're in arguments or having disagreements with her, that you don't argue back with her and you don't get loud. I don't believe that for 1 second, sir. Like, let's be real. You're just trying to make yourself look better. Not feeling him at all. No accountability over here. It's just all Catherine. Catherine is the cause of all problems, even though you came here originally because Catherine had an issue with you and your relationship with your ex-wife and your co-parents and how y'all went about it. She had an issue with that. That was why you came there. Now all of a sudden, only Catherine's the problem. You don't have no issues to work on. Yeah, I'm not liking that. And I didn't like how Dr. Stacey didn't call him out for not saying what he learned individually and what he's trying to do or anything. It's just like everything is Catherine's fault. Like, I don't like that. So she asked Dr. Stacey was asking him, is he prepared, and he says that he feels good about their relationship and that she basically was telling him, Dr. Stacey was saying, both people have to be 100% to make a relationship work. And she said they have a lot of things to work through, and he was like, we already kind of like we married, we have our ups and downs and things like that, and I'm just like, really, sir? Good night. You just saying whatever. I just think he was just saying what Dr. Stacey wanted to hear. Like, he was not believable at all. I'm like, okay, sir. And then he was talking about how amazing Catherine was because women aren't willing to work on things and, wait for the guy to work on themselves. And she was willing to do so. And I just feel like that's kind of messed up that she moved all the way from Dallas, Texas, all the way to Georgia to be with you on the thought that y'all were getting married and that everything was going to be together. She come there, she living with your family. You don't even have a place of your own. You're still getting yourself together at your age. And then you want her to continue to keep waiting around for you until you're ready to get married because, oh, you already been married before. How's that her problem? Like, you've been married before, okay, but she is doing a lot of wifely duties right now. So why isn't she not wifey to you? But she went on dates with this Marcus dude and he had no problem and saw that she was something worth it. So why don't you see this something worth it? And you claim you've been friends with her for 10 years and you don't see her worth? Wow. Yeah, I'm not kind of liking him. I don't understand why she's even wasting her time. So next scene, Catherine met up with Dr. Stacy, and Dr. Stacy asked her what individually she feels like she got out of it. She says she's speaking about her experience growing up and how it affected her relationship and talking about her other person that she said that she has inside her, which is Smokey. And she says that other side of her, like, she's got multiple personality disorder. To me, that's what it sounds like. And that she said that she's working on that and getting better, and everything seems to be going well. And I'm like, okay, Catherine. And then basically Dr. Stacey is talking about how she communicates in a relationship in regards to Ricky, and how, she says that she doesn't like the fact that she blows up and she gets, angry and things like that. And that, when she's in her feelings about something, and Dr. Stacey was telling her that she has to affirm him and say, I feel this way, because he doesn't want to get into it with you. So if you want him to be honest, she says that you basically have to affirm him and make him feel wanted. And then Captain was basically saying that she's walking away with Ricky with what is best for the both of them. And then Dr. Stacy basically asked her, are you ready to be together? Are you ready to be married? And she said, yes, we are. It's nothing about Ricky that changes. I'm okay with it. She's saying she is. And then Dr. Stacy says she has to be willing to work. And I'm just like, why do you keep going so hard on her, Dr. Stacey? You wasn't going this hard on Ricky. Why you keep saying, oh, she got to work? He got to work too. He didn't talk about no work that he was doing when you asked him individually. She telling you what she work on, which is what you asked her to do. So why you keep pushing on top of her? Yeah, I didn't like that. Dr. Stacey was killing me. I was like, lady, you're starting to be kind of annoying. And then she was like, oh, you and Ricky are a challenge because mentally, spiritually, y'all a challenge and you got to work hard. And I'm just like, she is working hard. She's pushing herself to change and she's making the changes. I haven't seen him make barely any changes at all. So what are you talking about, Dr. Stacey? Like, she's killing me. She didn't hold Ricky accountable enough for me. Just like, this is the one-sided. You keep blaming her for everything, making it seem like she's the full problem in their relationship when he's part of the problem too. He's not exempt. She is not exempt. And then Catherine, she asked the captain if she's ready to get married. And then she said she is ready. Even though they're challenged, she's ready. She's ready to be a wife. So next scene, Jaisha is meeting with Joya's dad. His dad passed away at 48, which is sad. Sorry, rest in paradise to his dad. That's sad. So he sees Joya's dad as a mentor or like a father figure to him. So Joya's dad, he's been married over 40 years, and the dad asks, is he ready? And then Jaisha is like, he is, and then he is ready. Or what have. And then the dad was saying communication is key, and he said her biological clock is ticking. He feels, and Jace's talking about he feels that engagement first and then think about a baby. And I agree with Jaisha. Like, everything got to come at a certain time. If he's trying to be engaged, so he shouldn't be rushing to have a baby with her because he wants to enjoy the marriage together and enjoy life together. He's more of a spiritual person. Her biological clock is ticking. She's in her 30s. He acts like she's in her 70s trying to have a baby. Like, let's be real, Dad. It's not that serious. She's not that damn old. And you have more than over 10 grandchildren. You have enough grandkids. I need you to really stop putting pressure on Joya. Like, really stop, Dad. Like, he was doing a little bit too much for me. Like, oh, you gotta have a baby, hurry up, no. And it's just like, her biological clock, she don't need to have, there's no biological clock, nothing. Y'all people be making that up, and I hate the medical people be saying that to people. Oh, well, people's biological clock, and they gotta do it at a certain, no, your being able to have a child has to do with the health of your body and how you're taking care of yourself. If you have a healthy body and you don't have diabetes, high blood pressure, any diseases, you're not going to have any problems having a child, no matter if you're in your late 40s having kids. It's not a big deal. People be killing me. Oh, well, you shouldn't wait so late to have a child. It doesn't matter when you have a child, because you could die any day. Nothing is promised tomorrow. People be killing me with that. Stop putting these stupid nonsense stuff out there about women's bodies and saying these things, but it's not true. You can have a child at late 40s, late 50s, and you'll be in your 50s and be fine. Like, as long as you have good health and you have support. I know a lot of people wouldn't want to have a child at 50, but if you decide to do so, that's your business. Like, people need to stop with this negative connotation towards women and putting a expiration date on us as if male sperm stays good and fresh until they can have and procreate with kids. But there are a lot of data that states that male sperm are no longer good at when they get to a certain age as well. When they get to their 50s, late 30s, late 40s, late 50s, male sperm aren't that good either, and they have a lot of deformities that come with their sperm. So people need to stop making it seem like women, they even if they fertile, they shouldn't have kids no more. They da. And you need to kind of stop with that, because that's just bullshit. And I'm a woman, and I had a child in my in my mid 30s, and I had a child in my first child in my late 20s. So I'm gonna need people to stop with that, trying to enforce certain stupid mindsets on women. Like, please, male sperm ain't that great after a certain age either, but yet they keep having children, and the kids end up with a lot of deformities and all types of autism and everything else, and it has to do with the male's sperm normally. So people need to stop. If you talking about women, you gotta talk about males in their old age shouldn't be having children either, because their sperm becomes not good after a certain age. And if they've been on drugs and they drugging it up and doing all this partying up to their 50s, 60s, they definitely mess their sperm up and cause deformities with their kids. So yeah, let's not do that. They be killing me with that. Okay, so Dr. Stacy meets with Jasmine. After Jaysha met with the dad or whatever, he was basically asking for her hand and saying that he wanted to get married to her and asking if it was okay. He said they got to do one thing at a time, basically. Jaysha saying, so, and that, he said, and then the dad kept bringing up, well, I just have one grandchild for Joy. It doesn't matter. You already have a lot of grandkids. How many more grandkids do you need? I don't understand why he needs more and more grandchildren when he has more than enough. Like, leave Joy alone. Like, the dad is doing too much. He's annoying, kind of. But it's like, that's their relationship. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So you can say, oh, you want this and that. It's not finna happen. So get over it. Like, Jaysha wants to do things at his time, and that's the way you go about it. You don't do things based off of what other people say. You do things based on what you want to do. So Dr. Stacy meets with Jasmine, and she basically is talking with her and how she's feeling about everything. She said that she has doubt, even though they have grown so much, that she's doubting, the marriage, the proposal thing, and being married, because, he's already said time and time again that, oh yeah, we're going to get married, da da da. And then when it comes down to it, he gave her a promise ring one time, and then the other times he just fell through, and she's, when it comes to the relationship. And then she was asking her how she was feeling individually, and she said she came into it thinking he was the proper. She didn't think arguing was an important thing. And Dr. Stacy says that shows you are human. It is how you deal with the argument that is important thing, and being able to express yourself might possibly, how you feel is the problem. And then she asked her about proposing. She said that she's 50-50 about getting proposed to, and he already said before that he was going to do it, and it didn't happen. So Dr. Stacy says she's not considering it so she can protect her heart, which is understandable. So, next scene, Jasmine and Zay meet up, and he set up the room. It looks all beautiful. It's decorated with rose petals. They got dinner. They sit across from each other, and they're like having this really intimate moment. And he's basically talking about, she's saying how she wants him to communicate more, and he's learning every day is gonna be like, and he was saying that he's learning about their relationship, that everything ain't gonna be good. He has to listen to his woman. That's what he found out, and she wants him to put her first. And he said that everyone is now second. She said he has been playing with her from before, but he learned and he took her to another room basically after that. So I agree with her that she stayed around all that time and didn't get the communication or the be treated the way she deserved, because he took his friends and everybody above her, and that wasn't fair to her, and that was kind of crazy. But that she got what she deserved, deserves now, and that he's seeing the lack of communication between them and how he was treating her wasn't right, and how he knows that he needs to do better, which is a good thing. And I just feel like women at the end of the day need to stop that pushing themselves down to have a man and to be with a man. It's not cool for you to sit here and do all this for a man, and then he's putting you on a back burner for his friends. That's a problem. I wouldn't even have stayed around for this day, dude. I would have dumped him. Sorry. You're not putting me first. You taking your friends into account. A person talking about they want to slap me in the face and you taking them over me. I don't care how long you knew them. I'm your woman and I come first. Once we're in a relationship, I'm number one. That person is your friend. And at the end of the day, when you're sick and you need somebody to take care of you, he's not going to be the one taking care of you. I'm going to be the one. So you should be listening to me and taking in consideration how I feel about stuff. A person talking about they want to slap me. You talk to them, but you don't have them apologize to me. Yeah, he was tripping. So from then on, I was just looking at him sideways. But anyway, people do change, and he's seen the error of his ways, and he's going to fix everything like he told her. So hopefully he did what he said he was going to do. And then he took her to another room, and they went to see the skyline, he said, and it was all decorated in sunflowers, her favorite flower, which is my favorite flower too. Sunflowers are so pretty. They smell so good. I love sunflowers. I said, you better get it, girl. And then he pulled this sheet over there, and then he was on his knees, and he said, will you marry me? And then she started crying. She said, I thought it was just a regular date, and blah, blah, blah. She looked so pretty. That green dress that she had, and then he had the green sweater that was all matching. It was so cute. And she's like, are you serious? And he said, yes, I'm serious, Zay. He said, Zay said, you're the missing piece she basically said Zay is the missing piece to her puzzle. And she was so happy. And she got that ring like she wanted. So he put a ring on it. You better get it, girl. Hey, she got that ring. Finally, 3 years later, at least she got it, I guess. Okay. Next scene, Ricky and Kat meet up, and they have their date. And she looked nice. She had this sparkly little red dress, and it matched with a little cute little burgundy hair. It was matching by match. It was real cute. And then, he had a shirt, and it was basically matching her outfit. He had a red shirt on. It looked nice. And then they sat down there eating, and they're talking, and she's saying she saw so much growth in them both. And then they basically cheered to growth, a beginning of a new chapter. And then they both were saying they're happy where they are. And Ricky wants her to enjoy her night. And then they were talking. She was saying her saddest moments when she went off on him and saying he was lying and Smokey coming. And she doesn't want that to be part of me to take over. She is verbal abusive. I'm like, girl, that was not you being verbally abusive. You were irritated about something. That's not verbally abusive, because you didn't curse him out. You didn't call him outside his name. You were just saying how you felt about something. Girl, it's not verbally abusive. I didn't like the fact that she was dumbing herself down and letting him gaslight her and stuff and making her feel like girl, you was not verbally abusive. Girl, bye. And then she was saying she likes expressing, like the fact that he's expressing himself to her in they basically have a brand new start. And they're at the honeymoon stage now, everything is due. And then he said he's feeling good. He's happy for their future and moving forward, what I want to do. And I'm just like, he better propose to her. Okay, she deserves it. And I hope he's going to keep his word, because he told Dr. Stacy that he was ready to propose to her and that they were going on to the next thing. And he was going to keep his word. Okay? And then he was like, I love you so much, and I think we should just hold off on the engagement. We need to hold off. Shaking my head. I was like, really, sir? We found some problems and we still need some transitioning. So why you say you were ready? Like, that's the part that doesn't make me. He basically wasted her damn time. She should have picked Marcus, like I said earlier. Like, why would you sit here and wait around for this buster to marry you? And then he comes, he lies basically and says he's ready and does all this sweet talking to you, making it seem like, oh, we come to the show, we're going to do it. Oh, we found some problems, but you had those problems before. Smokey didn't just come up today. She been there. And you've been friends with her for over 10 years, so you've been seeing these issues. So why all of a sudden now it's a big problem? We need, boy, bye. Which looking like a praying mantis over there with them antennas sticking up. Boy, bye. You need to cut your hair off. You look a mess, and you are a mess, praying mantis. I can't stand you, and I didn't like you for her, and she should have picked Marcus, but she did the stupid thing and picked you. And then she was saying, I don't know what our future holds. Basically a waste of time, but that's what she gets though, because she held back who she was for a man that isn't worth nothing. He don't have his stuff together. First of all, you came all the way out of town for him. That's the number one rule women need to learn. You do not go all the way to another state for a man and set up and then when you set up, you're living with his family members, not even in his own abode or his own place. If he didn't have his own place, you should have stayed in Dallas where you was at. And he needed to come to you because you were already established. You have family. You'll never cut off your family and your supports to go after some man. And then you come there and he got some interesting, weird situation with co-parenting with his ex-wife and sleeping on her couch and stuff like that, doing things that you're not cool with. And then, like, you don't trust him all the way, it seems like. It's like lack of trust here. Like, no, sis, you should have picked Marcus. I'm so sorry. That was a bad choice, and now he don't waste your time, and now he don't want to put a ring on it. He want things to be as they were. Continue on acting like boyfriend, girlfriend. Nah, bro. He would have got dumped straight up after that. Like, yeah, I'm dumping you. You can be on your own. I'm going to move back to Texas, and you can stay on your own, because with that be bullshit, because you wasted her goddamn time. The nerve. Praying mantis to be wasting someone's time looking the way you look. You lucky to even have her, because you look a hot damn mess. Ew. I can't believe it. Girl, she had options and she want that. I can't believe that. And she don't got no children either. She good. She could just move on. Girl, she better during this reunion pick Marcus and dump this praying mantis over here, because I'm done with him. The nerve. We ain't ready. Boy, bye. You ain't ready. Talk for yourself. Don't speak for her. Speak for yourself, fool. Okay, next scene, Joya and Jaisha. They're at a park walking hand in hand. It's all cute. And then Joya is saying she wants to be more feminine, and he's taking her on a picnic. She's always wanted to go. Why does it take you being on a national TV show for you to do things that your woman wanted you to do years ago? That's the part that's killing me with people. He got her flowers and more flowers, and he's finally listening. And the process was no joke. Seeing them on a date with that Britney girl was the first part that really hurt her. With his hand on her hips, she has come to learn about him, about the communication, him getting out his ego, loving her how she wants to be loved, And Joya was saying and doing from a place of control. Like, she was trying to control everything. She needed a date for this. She needed a date for that. Talking about what she doesn't have. Like, I don't have the baby. I don't have the marriage. I don't have this. And creating all these narratives about the future, but just wasn't in the present. And it wasn't right, basically. That's basically what she was saying. And she wants the ring, she was saying in confession, because she wants the man. She wants the baby because she wants the man. So if we don't have the baby and we don't have the baby, she says that she still wants the man. And then Jaisha was saying we don't lack and we never without. So Joya was started singing this Tim song. He was asking, what's the song? Nobody. She was singing that. My body. You know that song that she was singing with Tim's and Wizkid. And then she started singing it, and then the song started playing. She was like, where that music coming from? Joy was like, like looking around. She's like, where that coming from? I was like, girl, what? And I said, girl, you know where it coming from. I guess it was speakers at the park. And then Jaysha had the song playing. He got on his knee. He said that they met at the Smoothie King. And he said basically that day he met her changed his life for the best. And he said, will you be my smoothie queen? I said, oh, that's so corny, but it's so cute. So he put a ring on it, okay, because he know what he was about to lose if he didn't. So it was real cute. I like the park concept. It was real cute. He gave her some champagne. It had some cute little food. It was all cute. I like them together. But I still feel like, I don't know about him. He got this thing about he likes to be, I guess he likes to take his time, which is kind of good, though. There's nothing wrong with it. But at the same time, I understand why he wants to take his time, though, because he wants to enjoy his life. I don't really think that Jaysha wants children, though, because every time she brings up that kid thing, he be trying to move around it like the play, like, oh, hell no, I ain't trying to have no baby right now, And the father keep bringing it up, and I really thought that was kind of annoying. Like, he's there to get advice from you. He's not there for you to keep telling him he needs to have a child right now, right then and there, because you need more grandkids. You don't need more grandkids. You have enough grandkids, sir. No, Dad. You need to chill out. So this episode was good. I'm watching this reunion. I'm going to do a video for the reunion. And next year, when they have another season of Put a Ring On, I'm definitely watching it. I'm going to watch out for it so I can watch it. But this is my review. Like, comment, and subscribe. And talk to you later. This is Goddess Galaxy. Talk to you later.